It's super sunny, but my sunglasses broke, so we're gonna have to deal with the sun right now. Anyway, I'm Multiplier, intro, etc. What's up, people? It's Multiplier here. Right, so this video, audio hijack. Right, it is my review type thing. Right, it's really sunny. It's getting in the way. I have an idea. Works fine. Works fine. It works fine. Right, cool. So, audio hijack. So, it's probably worth saying, normally what happens, whenever I want to review software, I email the software people and they send it to me. And if I like it, I review it. If I don't like it, I don't review it. Anyway, I have to pay for this with my money. And I still like it. That's a pretty glowing endorsement. But what does audio hijack even do? Right now, you're looking at some things like input device. If I go quiet, the orange goes away. If I make more noise, it makes even more orange. That's pretty cool, right? What is even happening? It's basically this cool thing to do audio routing stuff, which I find really useful for what I do. And other people probably find it useful too. So let's give you an example. So this is my current tutorial recording setup. So the way it works in ScreenFlow, hope the glasses aren't distracting. It's distracting me a bit. Anyway, the way it works in ScreenFlow for my screen recording is I have Ableton recording. Basically, ScreenFlow records Soundflower and internal output as two separate things, so I can edit it up and do whatever in the editing bit. So I need my vocal noise through here to go into the internal speakers, which has the volume down. So if you have a look at the top, the volume's all the way down. But what I want to do is process the audio so it sounds dope. So what I do is it goes from Scarlett 2i2 through iZotope RX4 dialogue denoiser, which is the greatest thing in the universe. It's like witchcraft. It's just the best things, like zero latency, dialogue denoising, designed for exactly this, basically. It's awesome, makes all the noise go away. And then I got iZotope Alloy 2, which is doing stuff to the dynamics and a bit to the EQ. It's basically the loud broadcast VO preset with the gate ratcheted down to about 2 to 1. So there's a little bit of gating, but otherwise the preset is just a little bit too gated. It sounds a bit choppy. So that's what that is. So doing a bit of EQ, dynamics, just like compressing it, making it sound all good and stuff, getting rid of the background noise of everything else that's happening in the universe, and then a bit of de-essing and a bit of limiting in case things go haywire, which it never does anyway. So you got input, and then you got RX4 denoising it, iZotope Alloy 2 EQing, compressing it, bit of gating as well, and then I got these cool things as well. So menu bar meter. So if you look at the menu at the top, some sort of effect will be happening right now, I'm sure. You'll be able to see that my voice is actually making the meter go up, so I can see at a glance, is my voice actually being recorded? Is it all working okay? Which I think is pretty cool. And check this out, you can just drag the blocks about. Let's give you another thing to look at. So let's minimize that. It should still work. We can see at the top. If we look at my Skype session project thing, so what happens is basically when I do my Skype private tuition thing, we're £25 an hour, email me. Link below if you're curious. The annoying thing is, or the confusing thing to set up is, I need to basically send Ableton and my voice out to Skype into one channel, which is Soundflower 2, which is this output device over here. But what I don't want to do is hear myself in the headphones, otherwise the latency, if I process it, is too much and there's like 10 milliseconds latency or 20 milliseconds. So what I have to do is somehow mix my voice in with Ableton and only monitor Ableton. So what I do, this is genius, I have Soundflower 64 channel, which is this dude that you can move about. I have this is the output of Ableton, and then my voice, Scarlett 2i2, going through the denoiser and Alloy 2, into a menu bar as well. I won't turn it on so you won't get confused. Into a menu bar and then out to Soundflower 2, which then goes into Skype. So it all works, it's genius. But the cool thing with this audio hijack is just how flexible it is, and I can't really see the screen right now, so much like weirdness going on in these glasses. This was a great idea. You can just drag like bits about. So let's say, should we open up a new session? Let's do that. So new session. So you got things like this. You can like record Skype calls. You can, if you want to just record application audio, or I don't know, just do whatever you can. New blank session. And then we can do, let's have an application. We can get some noise from an app like, I don't know, Skype. Be a useful one maybe. And then what you could do is you've got built-in effects like EQ, declicking, denoising, etc. Won't be as good as the iZotope RX4 denoising, which is the best in the world, but it'll still be pretty good for basic use if you don't have like $1,000 for RX4 or a YouTube channel to get it for free. And then you got some other cool stuff like duck in, so you can do like effectively side chainy sort of stuff. And you can just drag them about like this. You can drag, and all the little things move about. It's dope. It's just really, really cool. Obviously, this particular setup I'm doing right now is useless. You've got some meters. You can drag the meters about. The possibilities are endless. Hopefully, you can see that this is probably going to be quite a useful application for you. You can also stick in plugins in this bit. See how many plugins I got? Bare loads in ting, but yeah, it's pretty cool, right? Audio Hijack, that's what it does. It's like an audio routing type. How do I delete that? Delete. I want to delete session. It's like an audio routing thing that just makes everything easy if you got complicated setup. Or maybe if you just want to sample stuff, you could like use this to record anything that happens on your computer. That could be pretty cool. Or recording radio shows, or I don't know, if you just want to like make your Skype calls better, you can do that. Literally anything. It's cool. Audio Hijack. And I paid full price for it and I still love it. Check that out.